Welcome to Snowplow Tech Tips. During this short video, we will show you how to remove a control valve cartridge assembly. Here's our control valve assembly. These are the control valve cartridge assemblies. We will remove the lower left control valve cartridge assembly for repair. Now would be the perfect time to take a picture of your control valve assembly. We will use this when we're done to ensure we reassemble the control valve assembly correctly. Next, we will remove the 7/8 nut from our control valve cartridge assembly, the 2 wires, and the coil assembly and set them aside. Here we've completed that. Now we'll take a 7/8 wrench, loosen our control valve cartridge assembly, and start to remove it. Here we started removing our control valve cartridge assembly. Now we'll take it out of the control valve assembly. During removal, our valve cartridge assembly came apart, leaving the internal valve and the lower valve cartridge stuck in the control valve body. This is what that looks like. Here's our internal valve, here's our upper valve cartridge body. Next, we will remove the internal valve from the valve assembly and get it out of our way. Then we have to worry about the lower valve cartridge assembly. Please resist the urge to pry, pick, or dig the bottom half of the valve cartridge out. This can lead to damaging the aluminum valve body. Should you damage the threads in the aluminum valve body, you may have to replace the valve assembly. We're going to show you how to make a special tool for just such an event. This is our upper valve cartridge assembly. Here's the O-ring and the threads. See the internal threads? Those are critical to making our special tool. To make our special tool, we must remove the O-ring, all of the threads, and the lower O-ring seat. We don't want anything hitting that valve body when we're working in it. Here's what our special tool looks like. Notice all the threads are gone, and so is the lower O-ring seat. Now we insert our special tool into the valve assembly and attempt to engage the threads of the lower valve cartridge body. Once we do that and get it in 2 or 3 threads, we can take a standard screwdriver and pop that right up. It should pop right up. Shouldn't be any issues with it. It shouldn't take a 3-leg puller to get it out. Notice ours came right out. Next, we will inspect the well where the valve body came out to ensure there's no foreign objects and no damage to anything in there. Ours looks nice and clean, so we're good to go. Now we will insert the new valve cartridge assembly. Notice we lubricated the O-rings to help it slide in a little easier. We got it started. We'll get the threads in, we'll screw it on down, and we'll tighten it with our wrench. Our valve cartridge assembly has been replaced. Next, we will take the coil, retaining nut, install those, and hook the 2 wires back up to the coil. This is what it looks like when we're done. We also took a picture so we can compare to ensure our wires are connected correctly and everything else that we may have moved or changed is back the way it should be. As for your special tool, you can put it in the toolbox for the next event. Thanks for the visit and good plowing.